This is A Sunday on La Grande Jatte by Georges Seurat. It is the piece that marked the beginning of the new Impressionist movement, which Seurat helped found, inspiring the pointillist works of Paul Signac and Henry Edmund Cross, among others. This new rebellious form of Impressionism was inspired by optical theory and science-based interpretations of lines and colors. Seurat was inspired to bring onto the canvas this new art movement using the optical effects and the color theories discussed by Michel-Eugène Chevreul and Ogden Rood. The landscape of this piece, the island of La Grande Jatte, is located just west of Paris. It was an industrial site for many years, but when Seurat began the painting in 1884, it was a rustic retreat away from the urban center, which was in the midst of the Belle Époque, a period in the history of Paris that saw construction of the Eiffel Tower, the Paris Metro, the completion of the Paris Opera, and the foundation of the Basilica of Sacré-Cœur in Montmartre. Millions of people visited the City of Light to take in the latest innovations in architecture, art, and technology. Seurat spent 2 years completing this painting. To correctly capture its meticulous landscape, he visited the park repeatedly, during which he completed numerous drawings and sketches before putting brush to canvas. In his preparation, we can see how he truly concentrated on the light and form. When Seurat started this painting in the spring of 1884, he used small brush strokes of complementary colors. Upon revisiting the work in fall of 1885, he wanted to introduce more vivid oranges, greens, and yellows to give it the vivacity that he felt it had previously lacked. This led to him developing the pointillist dot technique, which he originally called divisionism. It was the key to intensifying every block of this large canvas without completely repainting it. Using miniature dots and contrasting colors that unified the canvas optically, when looked at from a few paces back, he gave the perception of the image as one. He worked laboriously, juxtaposing each point and creating a brilliantly luminous hue through optical blending to allow the viewer to truly experience the painting. An example of this style can be found in the grass. When observing the lawn in detail, we can see that it is made of separate spots of colors, orange and blue along with the green. At a distance, however, these different colors appear as a vivid green. Shortly before painting A Sunday on La Grande Jatte, Seurat painted a piece similar in motif, Bathers at Asnières. At first glance, they seem almost identical, a mirror to one another, a depiction of the other side of the Jatte. In Asnières, we see the working class of Paris bathed in light, no umbrellas or protection from the sun in sight. In contrast, almost every figure in La Grande Jatte is in the shadows. On the right side, there's a well-dressed couple out for a stroll with a monkey on leash, the woman holding a sunshade, the man in a top hat. On the left stands another fashionable woman extending her fishing pole onto the water. Below her is an affluent-looking man seated on the grass with a cane and a top hat looking at the river. Scattered across the canvas are 48 people who've joined together on a Sunday to enjoy and parade around in nature. The cast of subjects includes soldiers, boaters, the fashionably and the casually dressed, the old and the young, families, couples, and single men and women. Seurat painted a border for this painting. The colors are inverted, as if the world outside is gently nudging them towards a different way of life, one on the other side of the river perhaps, of modernization and an expanding middle class. Following Seurat's death in 1891, La Grande Jatte was rarely seen for over 3 decades until its purchase in 1924 by Frederick Clay Bartlett. This picture was on loan at the Art Institute of Chicago, where it has remained to this day. La Grande Jatte has become one of the most recognizable masterpieces, having been featured in films and shows, including Ferris Bueller's Day Off, Looney Tunes, and the promotional poster for Season 7 of The Office. It has even made its way into the horticulture practice at a topiary park in Columbus, Ohio. Seurat was extremely disciplined, always serious, and private to the point of secretiveness, always following his own creative paths and passions. As a painter, he wanted to make a difference in the history of art, and with La Grande Jatte, a truly remarkable work of art, we can confidently say that he has. Seurat's stated ambition was to make modern people in their essential traits move about, as they do on friezes, and placed them on canvases organized by harmonies. He introduced an element of irony by suggesting a sense of timelessness in the frozen quality of the figures. The silence he is able to convey through each stationary subject, as if we the viewer interrupted a moment of great importance, will forever enamor and mystify us.